Hi, my name is Rudy, and today we are going to talk about basic electronic components. Electronic component is a basic discrete device in any electronic system. These components are basically elements that are used to design electrical and electronic devices or circuits. And these components have a minimum of two terminals which are used to connect to the circuit. Today we are going to talk about a few of them, and we are going to try to explain how they work and what they do. And the first of them is a resistor. And resistor is an electronic device or component that has electrical friction. This friction opposed to the flow of electrons and then reduce the voltage. It is placed on other electronic components by restricting the amount of current that can pass through it. The other element, it's very similar to this one. It's a variable resistor. The difference between the first one is that the normal resistor it comes with a fixed resistance, and a variable resistors, it's used to change the resistance according to our requirements. Those resistors comprise for a fixed resistor element and a slider that taps on the resistor element. The next one component we are going to talk about is capacitors. Capacitors are components that can can store electrical storage for a long period of time. A capacitor is charged by forcing one weight with DC to flow through it for a short time of time, and it can be discharged by letting an opposite direction current to flow the capacitor. So it basically storage energy. The next one is an inductor. An inductor is basically a coil. Um, with this coil, we can make this analogy with water, and we can think an inductor as equivalent to a very long hose that is wrapped around itself. That's why we call it a coil. It also works with AC current, but also block and let pass the DC current and blocks the AC current. The next one we are going to talk is about transformers. We can make a transformer. This is not an electronic device, but it's important to talk about it in electronics because we can make a lot of implementation with this one. So a transformer, we can make a transformer placing different coils on the same iron core, and if DC current is forced through the center coil, the other two coils will produce current when the original current is charging. So a transformer basically change one voltage in certain amount to another um, amount of voltage. The next one we are going to talk about is a diode. A diode can be compared to the check valve with water. I mean, the basic function of the check valve is allowed to the current to flow in just one direction. This is the basic function for a diode. The other one, and this group of components are called semiconductors, and other of them is the transistor. The transistor is best described as the device that use a small amount of current to control a large amount of current. What does it mean? Is we can control the flow of current with just a small amount of current, and we can let pass current in a certain way by controlling, but this third current applied to the transistor. Because of the time, we are going to talk just a few of these components, but we can find many other components in a circuit, in an electronic circuit. We can find devices like displays. We can also find DC power. We can find batteries. We can find relays. Also, one of the most commons are LEDs or LIDs. Uh, there's other version of these diodes that it's called infrared diodes. um, we can find microcontrollers, we can find switches. Also, we can find these 7 segment displays. They are very common in circuits. And besides these components, we also can find other materials and other instruments that can help us every day with when we work in this field with electronics. So this is a very short video explaining this, and hope you like it.